All right, welcome back to another episode of Python for DevOps. At some point, I would like to get back into this book and get all the way through it. It's just a lot, like really relevant to things I need right now. But unfortunately, the book itself is not quite to my liking. Another thing I could do is so if I go to Real Python. They have all kinds of tutorials. It's all for free. So if I do network, a search for that, they probably have a. Oh, they don't have any tutorials with the keyword network. Oh, actually, it looks like there was an error. So they might even have like a network, like a path. Yeah. So here they have a learning path for DevOps. So yeah, they have a learning path for writing more Pythonic code. So yeah, I wonder if they have a now I don't know why the search. But yeah, it looks like the search is just not allowing me to search. So that's too bad. And I don't think I can. Yeah, so DevOps with Python. That looks good. Yeah, so I might be better off just on this free site than actual paid books. Yeah, this might be part of my wild networking series or something. Or I could just say that this is. Yeah, you know what? I can do whatever. I don't want to waste too much time though. I only have about 20 minutes for this video. So I want to put that to good use. But I just wanted to think a little bit about how I'm learning right now, and always think about how I could learn better. But for the time being, we're basically on track to getting through this book, and I think that's going to be pretty useful. So this next section is called Deeper Configuration. The logging module has several different loggers. These loggers can be configured independently, and they can also inherit configuration from a parent logger. The topmost logger is the root logger, and all other loggers are child loggers. Root is the parent. When configuring the root logger, you are essentially setting the configuration for everything globally. This way of organizing logging makes sense when different applications or different parts of a single application require different types of logging interfaces and settings. If a web application wants to send WSGI server errors over email but log everything else to a file, this would be impossible to do if a single root level logger was being configured. This is similar to naming conventions in that the names are separated by dots and every dot indicates a new child level. So is this the... Oh, okay, this is from another section. It means that app.wsgi could be configured to send error logs over email, while app.requests can be set separately with file-based logging. Tip: a nice way of dealing with this namespace is by using the same namespace as Python instead of using something custom. Do this by using name to create loggers in modules. Using the same namespace for both the project and logging prevents confusion. Configuration of logging should be set as early as possible. If the application is a command line tool, then the right place for it is at the main entry point. probably even before parsing arguments. For web applications, the logging configuration is usually through the framework's helpers. Most popular web frameworks today have a facility for logging configuration. Django, Flask, Pecan, and Pyramid all offer an interface for early logging configuration. Take advantage of it. This example shows how to configure a command line tool. You can see that there are a few similarities for two basic configs. So let's, yeah, you know what? This is probably brief enough to follow along with. Now, one thing I am going to do a little bit different is I'm not going to follow their format here. I'm going to use it in the Python 3 formatting. So let's go to, yeah, I don't even know. Let's make a new one. So we'll call it my project. Or let's call it demo. There we go. And then we'll do Python 3 -mvnv and I probably don't have this. Yeah, so when I restarted my server or this VM, I lost everything I had. So that's okay though, I can get it back. Got to update. So unfortunately it takes a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happens. I wish I could prevent that from happening. I don't know how though. Alright, so in the meantime, until I figure that out, I can just okay, so I want the latest version of Python 3. So let's see what we got here when we just search for Python. So what I did last time is I just did Python 3 and then that's all I did. I just entered in Python 3. And when I did that, I got Python 3.5, which wasn't compatible with the latest version of IPython. So you know what I can do? I can probably just install IPython, and then it's got a dependency of Python, so it'll just pull in whatever version it needs. So I think I'm going to try that. Okay, and hopefully it doesn't install Python 2. I have a feeling it might. Well, we can see before we select yes. Nope, so it looks like it's going to install Python 2.7. So let's do a no on that. And then we'll try IPython 3. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, now we're going to get Python 3 if we do that. So we'll hit yes. Okay, we might have to install VNV as well, but we will see. Let's try the command again to create a virtual environment. Oh, so yep, got to install this. Which I'm surprised. Usually it comes automatically with it, but apparently not in this case. But that's okay, it's really easy to install it. Okay, so now we need to activate it. Okay, and now we've got a virtual environment. Don't need to install any extra libraries that aren't built in, so really not necessary, but it's a good practice to do. Okay, so let's do nano, and then this is going to be named Yeah, I'm not sure what they want this file to be named. Okay, so I'll just make up my own naming for this. We'll call it example.py. Okay, and then we'll type out everything that's in there. Okay, and then we'll go our own way. So this is definitely one way to do it, but we're going to be doing it in a different way here. Wait, I'm confused. That doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right because there should be like this name here, level name and message. Like, it's not defined. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, okay, let's just try what they have exactly, because I think they're gonna get a like variable not defined error. So I don't want to go my own way and then have it seem like it was my code that messed up and not the example, and not that the example they gave me was flawed to begin with. So I'm just going to go with exactly what they have here, and if it succeeds, then great. But if it fails, I think I know why it failed. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of error message we get if it failed. I'm expecting an error message along the lines of these are not defined. But just to be extra clear, this is the other way I wanted to do it. So it would be message oh no, sorry, it would be like this. Oh no, like this. Yeah, there we go. That's and you can see it turns green, so that does look like a valid way of doing it. Okay, but we'll go with what they have, because as I said, I'm curious if this will work here. Okay, and now of course the indentation unfortunately is off, but me being definitely intermediate, maybe even going on advanced at this point at Python, I see that this is not meant to be a part of this statement here. It's meant to be down aside from that. Because what we're doing is we're trying to define file logger. So first we try to define it at this path, but if that doesn't work, we will try it at this path. So the next step is to actually use it after it's been defined. So that happens outside of the try except block. Okay, a lot is happening here. The root logger is requested by calling get logger without any arguments, and the level is set at debug. This is a good default to have since other child loggers can modify the level. Next, the file logger gets configured. In this case, it tries to create the file logger that will fall back to a temporary location if it can't write to it. It then gets set at the info level, and its message format is changed to include a timestamp, useful for file-based log files. Note how at the end, the file logger gets added to the root logger. It feels counterintuitive, but in this case, the root configuration is being set to handle everything. Adding a stream handler to the root logger will make the application send logs to both the file and standard error at the same time. Oh, so it looks like they want something to be added here. Let's see here. So console logger. So adding a stream handler. It looks like they want a stream handler to be added to the root logger. So first thing we would do is I'm really surprised this doesn't say stream handler. Instead it says console. Oh, yeah. Why? I don't understand why they didn't name this extreme stream handler. Especially since we already have a console logger, so like they're overriding this. Where did this come from? I'm confused now. Now I'm really confused, because where did the console logger come from? There is no such thing. I bet you if I run this, let me try running this. Yeah, console logger is not defined. Oh, I don't know how I got that in there. Why did I add console logger to it? I'm confused. Oh no, down here it does say that. You know what? I think this is another typo. I think this is typo. Number 6 now, because I think they were waiting to put this in next, and because they were thinking ahead to this section, they accidentally set this to console logger, and they meant to set it to file logger. Because I think what they're doing with the file logger is they're setting the level on it, and then they're setting the format on it. So this is meant to apply to the file logger. It's just another thing that they're doing to the file logger in addition to setting the level. So this I think needs to be corrected. Yeah, that is not right. God. Oh, okay. Yeah, my computer's like, I think it's like overheating, or I don't know, but I think if I just change this to file logger, I need to take care of my setup too. I need like a docking station, or like because right now I just plug my wires into a laptop, and if I need to use a different laptop, I plug my wires into a different laptop. Well, what I should have is my wires always plug into my laptops. I should have a docking station, or like a station where all my wires are plugged in, and then my work and home laptops are always plugged into this station, unless of course I want to go and take them mobile, but I should not have to, I should be switching based on like inputs. Like I should be going, because just constantly unplugging and plugging in wires, like I think makes the wires less reliable over time. And I think that's what's happening, is like I'm getting like my screen's blinking and stuff because the wires are starting to wear down because I keep like plugging and unplugging them. Like and you can see it too a little bit, like it's a little bit like it doesn't like fit in there as like sometimes, well, I don't know. Anyways, it's working, so yeah, so let me go in. Perfect. Okay, yep, I changed it already. So let's see if it works now. Okay, so it ran through without any errors. Let's add the next few lines to it. In this case, the base format was used because it's going to the terminal, where timestamps can cause excessive noise. As you can see, it takes quite a bit of configuration and settings, and it gets very complicated once we start dealing with different loggers. Okay, and let's see if it runs. It runs. To minimize this, a separate module with a helper that sets all these options is preferable. As an alternative to this type of configuration, the logging module offers a dictionary-based configuration, where the settings are set in a key value interface. The example below shows how the configuration would look for the same example. To see it in action, add a couple of log calls at the end of the file, execute directly with Python, and save it in a file called log_test.py. Oh, I need to, shoot. Yeah, I need to log off here. Okay, so you know what I'll do? I'm gonna bookmark this, and then, so, okay, you know what? So let's just do this example. Well, you know what? I've got to log off here. So I'm gonna highlight this, and then when I come back, we'll do this example, and we'll see it print out. All right. So short video today, but I will see you in the next one.